can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get...
Today, it's the National Football League. It's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last... week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. You talk about this Lions defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this 1st drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Scott on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Barnett, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
The Lions at 15-1 on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now Scott looking to throw on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. That's Curtis. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from capturing the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Now here's a throw that's complete, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Hurts gets it to Gordon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd down, here's Hurts. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Powerful running. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Scott. High throw, but the catch is made. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
To throw on second down, Scott looking middle, and that's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll run on first down. It's Barnett.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
This 2nd and 4.
Off play action. Scott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Scott. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there.
With his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have retaken the lead. Well, the pass interference called on the previous play, that set him up nicely for that 1-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, they were able to capitalize from a yard out. Plenty of barking from the sideline about the call, naturally so. But maybe you have to quit barking a little bit and focus on the next play. Their focus wasn't there, and they gave up the touchdown.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, They lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This complete to Langford. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw.
Near the sideline, this is Schultz.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Back to throw again. Touchdown, Eagles! From 8 yards out.
And the Eagles have yet again retaken the lead.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
So out now come the Lions.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need to score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent, and that's what they're doing right now, is swapping that onus back and forth.
On 2nd down, it's Barnett.
And this will wind up the Lions' first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
52 blaster. Black shot.
Scott now throwing on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Curtis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
Down. 50. Green. I got 15. Swing. Yellow. Let's go.
On first down, Strickland. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the slot man goes in motion left. On second down now, it's Barnett. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. 22 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Jalen Hurts bringing the Eagles out for their next drive.
The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now back to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught at the 25. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a Hurts, fumbles it, and this is scooped up by the Lions. Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
It's caught. Here's Langford. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the Vikings who were able to get the victory at home. 24-17, your final score. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Anthony Richardson, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Isaiah Hodgins, a touchdown catch in the victory.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 79 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Scott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Up the middle they go. Barnett, and he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Well, throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Strickland trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Come on, set, yellow, 42.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Back out there to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That result really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s purple people eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Scott to throw on second down. He finds his man complete. It's Barnett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Up the middle they go. Barnett, and nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Strickland. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Scott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run on 1st down. It's Barnett, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Hurts.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Now he's forced out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. He'll look to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
They're going to look to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And this one complete to Smith. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow They can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Barnett, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 123 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
On 2nd down, it's Barnett. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Strickland, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Lewis between the tackles, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Up the middle they go. Strickland. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Yellow, 22.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready?
Now a handoff up the middle. Barnett, give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, it's Strickland. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he will have a Lions 1st down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, they finish off one of the best regular seasons of all time, 16-1, their final record. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.